טעים, טעים שוקולד מלא, וואו. בואי נטעום, מה זה? וואו.
מלך אכל
זה הפקן לימון. זה המנת דגל שלהם, כן. Hello, so I am already back home at this stage. It's already been a few days since the convention was over. It took me some time to rest. And also, I wanted to write down some things that I really liked about these conventions and some things that I think I need to improve in my booth for the next conventions, because some stuff just didn't work as well as I thought they would. First of all, I want to say that this convention has been amazing. The people were so friendly and the air conditioner worked very well. It was just a really good convention. I think it, like, sales wise, it was the best convention I've ever had so far, and I haven't been to many. I mean, I've only been to a couple last year and that's it. So I don't really have much experience to rely on. People were just really like nice, and everyone has been very respectful, very polite. I felt like almost every single person who stopped by the booth ended up buying something. The convention started off pretty slow. I admit I had no idea whether I'll be able to cover up my expenses on the very first 2 hours of the convention, because literally not a single person had come by the booth to buy. After 2 whole hours, I had the first deal of the day, and it was a single print of $3. So that was nice. Me and my mom, we were really happy, but I really didn't think I would be able to cover up my expenses, and I tried not to let it bring me down. I still kept up my smile, I kept up my good mood, I kept up my energy, and I did my best to just keep like talking to people, being a nice person generally to the people around me in the other booth, and just keeping myself positive. After 2 hours and 15 minutes, suddenly people started to stop by the booth, and they never stopped. Like, the flow of people was so relentless, so continuous, that I literally had to like juggle between different people at the same time throughout the rest of the convention, pretty much. That was huge. It was overwhelming in a really good way. I had so much fun talking to people, and I never had a single moment of just standing and staring. I was constantly talking to someone, I was constantly handling merch. It also really helped that almost everything I put on the table was grabby style and not watchy style. I'll explain. There is a difference between putting merch on your table that people can just grab, compared to putting merch that people can only look at but not touch. My booth was mostly made out of things that people can like feel the textures of, lift up and look at from different angles, and generally just grab with their hands. And it helped a lot because sometimes I needed to talk to someone or get someone his change, while another person, even though he already had the stuff he wanted to buy in his hands, could continue to like touch the booth, could continue to entertain himself while he was waiting. He didn't wait empty-handed. He was holding on to something that he wanted to buy, and that kept him on the table, even though he had to wait for like 10 seconds until I was available to help him after I finished with the person I was just with. Personally, I like to touch things, I like to feel things, I like to grab, I like to like feel the quality of what I'm buying. I want to know it's good product. I want to know it's high quality. I was really happy with that arrangement, and I'm going to even expand it a bit more. Something I was a bit disappointed about was that the table might have been like 1 meter long, but on the depth of it, it was really, really small. So some products I just didn't have enough space for. I don't know if the next convention that I'm going to is going to have the same small tables or whether their tables are a bit larger. I just simply don't know. I also bought this wooden box that is made of the same wood as the display for my stickers. It's long and narrow, so I think I would have better time fitting it in on the table somehow. I feel like I would just have more space for it. I also bought more display for the stickers. Like, I already have 2 of those, but I bought another. As I said before, whenever people could grab something, they were far more likely to buy it because they could actually feel the quality of the paper. Whatever I didn't have space for, I just put in the folder with the rest of the prints. That was a huge mistake. For the next convention, I'm going to prepare a display that I would put up on the grid display that is on top of the table rather than shoved inside the folder. The folder ended up being the least attractive item on the table, where there was so many things that you could discover. The folder just was something that you flip through. Many people didn't even consider the option of having more stickers hiding away in the folder. I will definitely come to you with conclusions after the next convention. Another thing that I noticed was that I almost ran completely out of my business cards. I bought these pastel cardboards, and I'm going to print many more business cards just to have as many as possible. Something else I noticed was that people were very positive about original work and original art as long as it's well done and they like the aesthetics. So I would say if you paint really well your own original characters, I would fill the table with at least some original work, because some people really like it and some people really like your art, but they're not interested in buying a fandom, or at least they're not interested in buying the fandoms you have on the table. I think this is just my personal opinion, but people who buy a fandom from you might buy specifically this fandom, and they wouldn't have bought anything from your table without having a fandom that they like. But people who buy original work from you would probably return to your table time and time again to buy more merchandise from you because they like your style. They don't necessarily come from a fandom. They come from a point of view of someone who just appreciates your art. Something I noticed that I'm not surprised about is that even people who bought a lot from me preferred to buy the cheaper items, just many of them, compared to buying the more expensive items but buying less. Even if you have a passion for creating pins, for creating tote bags or t-shirts, be aware that people might still prefer to buy a pile of stickers from your booth and won't necessarily go to the t-shirts. Other than that, I was really happy with the booth. My mom was really helpful. I warned her that she's not going to have much to do there. She wanted to come simply because she was curious about what I was doing and wanted to see for herself what the day at the convention looked like for me. But she's not interested in any Asian culture theme or animation at all. Zero interest. And around 5 o'clock or so, she already started to get agitated, and she was really done with the convention. She was done. I dragged her on for a couple more hours until 7 o'clock, but by then I realized that I'm just making her suffer. So we packed everything up really quickly. I didn't even have a chance to walk through the booth and buy merch from other artists or talk to any artists because during the day the booth was really busy. I really regret not being able to go through other people's booth and buying from them and talking to them. This is something that I would definitely try to do more of in the next convention if I'll have the opportunity, even if it means packing up my own booth earlier and having the time to just walk through the tables and spend all the money that I earned on other people's merch. I can update you that to this point I have not received the keychains that have been sent to me and arrived more than a month ago by this point. I hope I will receive them by the next convention, but really nobody can promise me anything and I'm just left waiting hopelessly. So yeah, I guess I'll make a few more merch. I want to make some Halloween stickers. I want to make some holographic stickers, like try my hand at a few more merch. Also want to thank all the people who neighbored me They were all really nice. All the friends and all the really nice people who stopped by to say hi. I really appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let's talk a bit about the finances. So I did spend a lot more than I spent last year. In order to break even in this convention, I was supposed to make at the very least $350, and I've made $750, which is great. I've made almost twice of what I was supposed to, and the revenue would also give me some oxygen to get ready for the next convention without really clutching to my budget and not knowing whether I would make it or not. I bought a LaserJet printer, a brand new one. I also bought a lamination machine, and I bought many lamination products to go with it. The thing that sold the best were, unsurprisingly, stickers, sticker sheets, and surprisingly, bookmarks. I did not expect the bookmarks to go so well, but I'm only left with 2. I nearly ran out of bookmarks. I've made them very spontaneously. I have never made bookmarks before, and I had no idea what I was doing, but apparently it went pretty well. People really like them, and people bought them like all the time. So finances wise, it was a great convention, and I really hope that the next ones would be as successful. Thank you for watching. I hope it was a nice watch. I'll see you again soon on the next video. Bye!